Konnichiwa Mina. Hello everybody. In this video, I want to talk about the newest Pokemon set that just came out called Paldea Evolve. So just to start off, I apologize for the lack of videos. I have came down with a cold, but I am feeling much better now. So I'm ready to be back and make content again because I love making videos. So yeah, we're just going to talk about the newest set that just came out for Pokemon called Paldea Evolve. And this is going to be in the perspective. So I'm going to talk about cards that are good in GLC as far as Paldea Evolve, what cards you should get from this set because I have officially retired from Standard. I don't play Standard anymore. I just don't like reinvesting in decks, and Standard can get very, very expensive. And I enjoy GLC way more than I do Standard. So I like exclusively play GLC now. So just an update on what format that I play. I play GLC now. So these are the cards that you guys should pick up from Paldea Evolved. So the first card you should pick up is Jumpluff. Because its ability, Drifting Dodge. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. And then one Grass, Fluffy Breeze for 60. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. So really good. And then of course, you should pick up the Fire Paldean Tauros, the Water Paldean Tauros, and the Ground Paldean Tauros. Raging Horns, which all three of them have Raging Horns, for a double colorless for 20 damage, and this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So very, very good card. Yeah, so basically you're going to be using it for Raging Horns because all you need is a DCE, which is good. So the next card you should pick up is Gyarados. Revengeful Storm does 80 damage for one water and a colorless. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this attack does 100 damage. So very, very good. That if you're behind on prizes, this is going to be very, very good for you. And then 2 water and a double colorless. Berserker Tackle does 200 damage. And then it does 50 damage to itself. But basically, you're going to be using it for Revengeful Storm. Another water Pokemon is Cell Titan. So, Icicle Missile for 1 water, 1 colorless for 50, and 2 water and 1 colorless for Special Horn, 80 plus. If this Pokemon has any special energy attached, this Pokemon does 140 damage. Awesome. And this is also one of my favorites from Paldea Evolved as far as water Pokemon. We have Boscalibur. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that Pokemon's name. Super Cold. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic water energy from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon. So it's kind of like Qualaville from base set Scarlet and Violet. So that's also really cool. And Buster Tail for 130 for 2 water and a colorless. So basically you're going to use it for Super Cold. That's basically what you're going to be using it for. Then we have Raichu. 1 colorless energy for Electro Charge. Search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning cards and attach them to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. And then 2 lightning and a colorless Thunderbolt for 200. Discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. Really good for your lightning decks. Sorry, guys. Next we have is Shinx. Big Roar. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to your bench. Then we have Luxray for Swelling Flash. Its ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand and you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, you may put this Pokemon onto your bench. So, very, very good. You could just put them on your bench without evolving if you have more prize cards than your opponent. Lightning in a double colorless, wild charge for 180, and it also does 120 damage to itself. Then we have Gothitelle. So the ability Read the Stars. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck and put one of them back and put the other to the bottom of their deck. So, really, really good card. You could disrupt your opponent's deck, which is really good. And then Psych Out for a colorless and a Psychic for 120. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Basically, you're going to be using it for its ability to disrupt your opponent. Next, we have Palossand. A Psychic and a colorless Spooky Shot for 40. And then a Psychic and a double colorless Earth and Ground, 80 plus. If you have a Stadium card in play, this attack does 80 more damage. Really good. And then we have Tinkerton. Gather Materials is its ability. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. Drawing cards is always good. And a Psychic and a colorless Special Hammer, 90 plus. If this Pokemon has any special energy attached, this attack does 90 more damage. Then we have Gargonkel. So we have the ability Blessed Salt. During your opponent's checkup, heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. Very good. Healing is awesome. I love healing. And 2 Fighting for 130. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Could be really good. But the 130 hit is awesome. Then we have Mabo Stiff, which is Arven's dog. If you guys play the video games, really, really sad backstory between Arven and Mabo Stiff. So the attack is Compliance for a double colorless energy for 20. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if it's knocked out, put damage counters on the attacking Pokemon equal to the damage done to this Pokemon. So it's kind of like Rocky Helmet, but as a Pokemon, which is cool. Then we have a Darkness and 2 colorless, Darkness Fang for 100. So basically, you're going to use it for its first attack. And then Oathworm. Yes, one of the Titans that was a pain in the butt to get, for sure. Like if you guys check out my Let's Play of Pokemon Scarlet, you will understand, which I highly recommend. I'll definitely leave a link in the description below if you guys have not seen that. So its ability, Nutritional Iron. If this Pokemon has 3 or more metal energy attached, it gets 100 HP. Very good. So it could be increased to 230 if you have 3 or more metal energy attached, which is pretty easy. Like in GLC, you can move your metal energy around with Bronzong. I think you could do it to Kling Clang as well from base set Black and White. I think you can use that as well. Yeah, so there's so many ways that you can do it. Then we have Shoot Through for 4 colorless for 100. This attack does 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it hits really hard for the active, which can be really good in GLC. And then it does 30 to something on the bench. Awesome. I love Oathworm. So cute. Such a cute Pokemon. And then we just have Noibat. So just the basic. So a Psychic and a Dark. Gust for 40. So I guess that's good for a basic. Next we have Pelipper. So, like ability, Hearsay. You may play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. You may choose one. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand, or search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, reveal it and put it into your hand. Very good. You're definitely going to be using it for its ability and like its attack, which nobody cares. 3 colorless energy for wing attack for 90, but you're not going to be using that. You're going to be using that for hearsay. Then we have Slacking. Ability Stir and Snooze. If this Pokemon is asleep, flip 2 coins instead of 1 during your Pokemon checkup. Sorry guys, I apologize. If either of them are tails, this Pokemon is still asleep. Then like its attack, Slacker's Head Strike, for 3 colorless energy for 240. This Pokemon is now asleep. Okay, so that is all of the Pokemon. So now we're going to get into the supporters. So the supporters that you should keep in your GLC collection is Guy Como. So to discard a special energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon. Very, very good. Discarding energy is nice. Like especially during your opponent's board. And also the big card that everybody wants to get the full art of and costs the most money right now, I would say, Iono. And I'm going to read why she's so good. Because she's very good. Each player shuffles their hand and puts it at the bottom of their deck. If either player puts any cards at the bottom of their deck this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. Now, what does that sound like to you? That sounds like N. So N is back, ladies and gentlemen. N is back. With a little bit of Marnie. Because I think Marnie, you put the cards at the bottom of your deck too, and then your opponent draws 3, and then you draw 4, or something like that. But, so, it's definitely N. So, being able to just disrupt your opponent's hand, and if they're winning, you can really mess up their hand. So N is back, ladies and gentlemen. N is back, but as a kawaii girl, which is so cool because I love Iono. I think she is so kawaii, so cute. I really like her as a gym leader a lot, and I like the Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone things in her hair. I think she's so cute. So I'm glad that that N is back, but as a female. Then we go to the energy. We have Therapeutic Energy, which is as long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. The Pokemon that this card is attached to recovers from being asleep, confused, or paralyzed, and it cannot be affected by those special conditions. Very, very good card if you're facing a GLC deck with special conditions, particularly Grass, because Grass likes to use a lot of special conditions. Then we have Jet Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. When you attach this card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon, switch that Pokemon with your active. So that's cool, and it kind of like Call Energy. I think Call Energy did the same thing, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then, I think that's the last card. Yep. And the last card is Reversal Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, if this card is attached to an evolution Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, Pokemon EX, V, etc., which is cool because in GLC we're not allowed to use rule box Pokemon, so this energy is perfect for GLC. This card provides every type of energy, but it provides 3 energy at a time. So very, very good energy card. So yeah, guys, those are all the cards. I hope you guys enjoy this video of me talking about what cards that you should get from Paldea Evolved. And you should keep them in your GLC collection. I want to give a shout out to Andrew Mahone for creating the GLC format and also creating a website because that's the website I'm reading these cards off of. Andrew Mahone's website, showing about what cards you should get from each set, which is super cool. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I apologize if I coughed a few times in this video. I'm still getting over a cold and I'm going through the coughing phase, which is fun. No, it isn't. Like I hate colds. I hate colds so much. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about Paldea Evolve down below. And also, would you guys like to see me do this with base set Scarlet and Violet? Definitely leave a comment down below if you guys would like to see me do the same thing with base set Scarlet and Violet. And I also want to do it with Obsidian Flames too. I also want to do that with that set as well. So yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Matane.